Hey everyone, this is Chef. Welcome back to Uma. Let's go ahead and get some CM rounds in for the day and see where we wind up. So, unsurprisingly, we are into round 2A. Our win rate is actually looking pretty good, and it's also a little surprising. Special Week has been doing really, really well. It turns out that that unique is quite powerful, no matter when it triggers. So she's won races off of triggering it almost immediately when late race starts and getting the acceleration component to push her past frontrunners. She's won races late off of it, where she uses most of the velocity to overtake people in the last stretch. It's performing really, really well. And the issue with Nishino is that third and fourth is a really finicky position to be in, and she doesn't have a whole lot of other options as far as acceleration is concerned. If she's not in third or fourth and she doesn't hit Nimble Navigator, she doesn't really go anywhere, which is probably something that I should have thought about a little more when we were putting this Nishino together. I've seen lobbies that are fairly front-runner heavy, where we might want to think about something like, I don't know, let's pump some iron even, as a fallback solution to acceleration. I've also seen some lobbies where she is the lucky pace setter, and we might even want to think about something like Victoria Porplancha so that she gets acceleration out of first and second. So, I don't know if I'm in emergency rebuild territory on Nishino yet, but I do think that she has several flaws as is, and I might think about remaking her depending on how some of our day 2 lobbies go. But for now, let's go ahead and jump in and see how we're looking. We have no real team changes that we need to make here. We only built 3 aces this time. We never got around to the mythical Taiki shuttle that I was thinking about putting together. But so far, so good. We have... Wow, somebody put a Sweep to Go show together very quickly, huh? Is this debuff? Debuff Tosho or Ace Tosho? Mostly Ace Tosho. Dealing with a lone frontrunner. It's just a Bourbon out front. 3 end closers, and then 1 other pace chaser that we're competing with. This looks really good for our Nishino and Special Week, because they are more or less guaranteed to be fighting for third and fourth unless the enclosers have a ton of velocity back there. And I also don't think that Bourbon should really be able to take this race over if she's going to be running out in front by herself, because nobody else is going to be pushing her into speed up mode. But we'll see how this goes. I like this positioning so far. I'd like it even more if that wedding fine motion was in second. Special Week needs to be really careful here. She's going to get extremely paced down here in a moment. Nishino's going to get paced down. I think that's Special Week's pace down now. Both of them should be free to just run from this point forward. Nishino's also worked herself into fourth, which is nice. She just needs to not overtake too early. But even if she does, she's going to get Shadow Break out of it. She is going to overtake too early, so she'll at least have some carryover into late race. And she still manages to get her unique. Okay, that's fine. I'm A-okay with that. It looked like she was advancing up a little bit too quickly there, but maybe not. I think this looks great for Nishino. She just needs to be able to fend off this wedding air groove. Which is a little concerning, because I don't have Mile S on her. But it looks like she's got it under control. There we go. When Nishino's got positioning, she looks really good heading into final stretch. It's just a question of making sure that she's in third or fourth. So that's 1-0. Let's go round 2. I would love to see that exact lobby composition in basically every single lobby. I think 1 or 2 fronts and then like 3 to 4 ends is just perfect for the comp that we've built here. This is double front. Sand Sky Bourbon, so they're going to push each other forward. We have 2 pace chasers. And then a late surger. Okay. And an end closer. So competition for being 3rd and 4th is going to be very high. Those are also pretty scary looking frontrunners, just going off of rating. I didn't look at what their actual wit value is, but... It's also a Christmas upgrade. I wonder what recoveries you run on Christmas upgrade here to make her reliable. It's probably like Uma 2 corner recovery and hydrate, probably, be the 3. But I'm not sure. We need to catch up to these other pace chasers, though. We're too far back to do much of anything here. Hey, this looks pretty good for Tamamo, actually. She's building a lot of velocity back there right now. I actually think that looks really good for Tamamo right now. We are definitely the best end closer on the field currently. It's a question of whether she's going to be able to get close enough to that bourbon. This unique is not going to do much. We might get a very small amount of velocity out of it at the end, but we're still deep in the acceleration zone right now. I actually think she's done more than enough to catch that bourbon. We should be really fast here at the end of this race. She's done enough. It's a lot closer than I wanted it to be, but that is good enough. Holy cow. Yeah, I need to start making sure that I've got distance S on all of my aces, otherwise I just get stressed out. 1200, 1152 wit, mile S, missing both of your stat caps, which probably would have allowed you to win that lobby. Kokura is a little odd. I'm going to assume that was just leftover stat points, especially because you've got double front savvy, double mile straights, double mile corner. This is a good front runner to have beaten. Nope, taking the lead is kind of odd, though. I thought Bourbon had taking the lead built into her kit, but maybe not. Very strange. Hey, that is at least one very well-built runner that Tamamo just beat, so I'm very pleased with that. But there is no question in my mind that if Alexia had hit either of the stat caps on that bourbon, 600 in either stamina or guts, that they probably would have been able to win that race. Hey, we only won by a head. It was very, very close. This is a UG5 Taiki. It's frontrunner, solo frontrunner, 3 other pace chasers, and a single end closer. This is a nightmare for our pace chasers. But it looks pretty good for Tamamo. So this is a Guts Taiki. 12, 11, 10, 12. It doesn't really look rating inflated either. Tactical tweak is a little fishy, but the rest of the skills here look quite good. I mean, this is not a stat padded Taiki. This is a legitimately good Taiki. And she's in a lobby where she could realistically hit a good shooting for victory if she's too far back going into late race. This should be interesting. Rush is fine. We have plenty of stamina to finish the race. Nishino needs to be a little careful here to not get paced down. Nishino, be careful up there. There you go. Now we should be fine. You guys can push up as far as you want now. I'm gonna hope that that Taiki in second is the, wow, that digital's really fast. I think Agnes Digital is gonna take this whole thing, but Nishino's in unique range and really closed the gap going right into the straight. This could look still really good for Nishino. I don't think it looks great for Tamamo. I don't think anybody at the front is winning this race, that's for sure. This also looks good for Tamamo. I don't know what happened to Digital, but she didn't go anywhere in late race. Are we actually gonna win this lobby? That's crazy. Okay. Clip farming, clip farming. Show me this. Show me the dang placing. The UG5 isn't even here. That lessens the impact a bit. Huh. What in the world happened to this digital? She looked like she was in such good shape. Oh, she has no accelerations. Pump Some Iron isn't going to work in 6th. Moving Past and Beyond doesn't work on this track. And Trace and Cheer doesn't work because she pushed up too far in mid-race. This is a digital that desperately needed to have Budding Blossom, because there are no other accelerations here whatsoever. Mid-race was too good, and there was no backup plan associated with it. It's a very sad story, because that kind of positioning going into late race is exactly what you want your enclosers to be doing. There was just no follow-up after it. I still think I'm lucky to survive that lobby. I think many other runners in that lobby got very unlucky. Good ticket so far, though. At least I can say that we got to round 2A on camera. I always hate having a horrible ticket and then having busted runs on the unrecorded versions. But that will not be the case. I didn't even look at this lobby composition. I got too excited to just click the button. This is going to be a lucky pace lobby. I don't see any front runners. It's probably going to be Nishino. It's going to be Taiki. Oh, you're saving my life. That's perfect. Ooh, that's so good. So Tamamo has turned off Louder, Trace, and Cheer here, just by virtue of the fact that there are no frontrunners and 3 pace chasers in this lobby. But we have built her to account for that, and if she's in 4th going to late race, that's actually great for her. So I don't really mind that at all. I think this looks great for our Tamamo currently. Just please don't get passed. You're gonna get passed, son of a... Because now you're out of Budding Blossom territory. This is a really early time for Special Week to hit Shooting Star, though. So we're going to get meaningful acceleration out of that. This actually looks phenomenal for our pace chasers right now. None of the enclosers are going anywhere. This looks really good for Special Week. Yeah, this looks insanely good for Special Week. Sure. Sure, I'll take it. That's 4. Is this going to be our first 5-win recorded CM ticket? I don't think we've done this before. I don't think we've ever pulled a 5-0 on camera. I didn't even look at the runners for that round. Well, we'll slow down on this one. I'm getting too excited to click the button. Let's actually do a good job of like understanding what's going on in these lobbies. Okay, 2 fronts, 3 fronts, 4 fronts. So our pace chasers are going to be 5 and 6, and then 2 late surgers and no end closer. That is, I think, a little dubious for Tamamo. It's also going to make our life pretty difficult as pace chasers. There's going to be, well, one of you is going to get to be 4th, maybe. Depends on how bad the worst frontrunner of this pack is. Is it a runaway Suzuka? It doesn't look like it. Otherwise, she would be way out in front. So all I want to see here is our pace chasers hanging close to the worst frontrunners. And then we set up a pass going into late race to activate It's On, or whatever the ramp up, the white version of It's On. And then also to trigger things like passing for, you know, Special Weeks unique. So I want to devour this Saiyan right now. Go get her, Nishino. That's looking pretty good. That's looking really good. That's curvature. Oh, she just barely pulled it. No, we got it. Into Shadow Break. into unique. Now we just need to catch the front runner that activated angling, which we look like we will be able to do. That Suzuka's really speeding up, actually. I don't know that we're going to be able to catch that Suzuka. She's kind of quick with it. She's really quick with it. Honestly, fair play. We hit all of the accelerations that we wanted, and it was still not enough to catch that Suzuka. Show it to me. Show me your silent Suzuka. Only 700 wit. What the heck? Fair enough. It worked. So this is Moxie to trigger a Kiss for Courage for the recovery. Angling and Scheming, which you did hit. Cacao, which is good mid-race. View from the lead, which is good mid-race. This Suzuka's entire plan relies on being in the lead in mid-race and being able to hit View from the lead as mine. Otherwise, I think she just crumbles. I can't believe any of these other frontrunners didn't overtake her, though. They're all low wit. Every single one of these... Well, that Bourbon's okay. I can't believe she didn't do better. I would have expected that Mihono Bourbon specifically to do super well in this lobby, but I guess not. Very neat. Not a Suzuka build that I would expect to work, but obviously it worked at least once. Still though, that is a decent haul of prizes, and I think it's a pretty good sign for us going into round 2A. I don't think that we have the best CM runners, but I definitely think they're good enough to get into A finals at this point, and probably good enough to get the job done in A finals with a little bit of luck. So as far as what we're going to do today, I would show you the runner that we made last time, but I transferred her immediately after we finished because I just couldn't even bear to look at it anymore. So let's go ahead and... Actually, how many hint books do you have right now? Because we are kind of in on Satono Diamond for the long haul. What would I want to upgrade specifically? Probably right-handed or firm conditions, if I had to imagine. Because if a track isn't right-handed and it's not firm, I'm probably not going to be using her. Now, we don't have Dream Glimmers, which is going to be an obstacle for that, but we're going to at least think about what we might want to upgrade. And then I'm also going to stay on... I really want to stay on level 1. But I also want to start unlocking higher difficulties. You know, let's try level 2. It can't be any worse than the run was yesterday is the thing. And then as far as legacies go, I remember we took a long time to decide on legacies last time. So actually, I can't even check what I used. Oh. I think that I used a good medium parent on my end. And then we borrowed the Mile Sparks that I needed. So if that's what I did, who would it have been? That's looking pretty good. Medium corners, Nimble Nav, Umastan. Medium corners, Nimble Nav, Ramp Up. Can't really think of any reason I would not have used that gold ship. Because it brings Mile to B, it's full power inheritance, and it's a lot of relevant white sparks, and then I only need... We have 3 Mile Stars, so I need 1 Mile Star to get to Mile A. Or I could just try and deal with being at Mile B, but I don't really want to do that. So let's sort by affinity bonus. Find me stuff that has Mile or Medium. Did that filter actually take? Yeah. And then sort me by affinity bonus. Yeah. I need 1 set of Mile Sparks, and then if I could find, like, Medium or Turf, that would be great. Medium Turf, or Mile Turf looks perfect. This gets us Corner Acceleration, which is, like, fine for team trials. It gets us Up Tempo, which isn't great. Stam Despair isn't great. Stam Despair isn't great. Head On isn't great. This is a Pace Chaser parent. Can I do better than that? Straight Adept, Medium Straights, Corner Adept, Slipstream, Corner Adept, Focus, Firm, Prudent Positioning. But it's Frontrunner Sparks. I don't really need that either. This is Mile, Medium, Medium, if we really wanted to go all in on Medium Sparks. It's also Late Straits, Umastan, all I've got. Umastan, Medium Straits, Nimble Nav, Slick Surge, Tail Held High. This is the one. You look really good. And then we're not inheriting Stamina at all, because I remember Stamina, like, not being the least of our problems in the last run. That said, we have none of it here, which means I am going to have to pay a little bit of attention to our Stamina inheritance. But at least for the... or not Stamina inheritance, Stamina during the run. But for the time being, let's try something like this out and see where the stat line lines up. Go ahead and give me an event boost off of this. The less I have to play Showtime, the better. I really think it is one of my least favorite events that they've done in Uma so far. It's just incredibly disruptive to the normal play pattern. And you'll see why when we get to, like, Showtime 5. 2 friends on Wit, including Kawakami. Even though we're at full energy, I think I'd rather work on building that up. 4 friends on Wit, I'll take that again. Really nice Wit training. 3 friends on Wit, I'll take it again. Incredible friendship growth so far. You keep putting it in front of me, I'll keep clicking the button, man. That's also our Wit level up. We've trained it 4 times already. Okay, we can finally go and do something else. 3 on Stamina is good friendship progress, and I do not mind training Stamina here and there this run, because we're not inheriting it anymore. Tachyon's done. Never to be seen again. 0, 0, 1, 1, 3 on speed. Take it. This is a mood up. Tether does sometimes activate on mediums, but I'd rather take the mood up because it's not the most reliable skill in the world. It's also 2 friends on Wit. We'll just go ahead and take the Wit training. This is Sunday 1. 2 on power, 1 on stam, 1 on speed, 1 on guts, nobody on Wit. I'll take that power training. It's fine for friendship growth. Long straights I don't need. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Textbook Wit training just to preserve energy. Marvelous Sunday 2 is proceeding a little faster than I'd like that to. Rapidly disqualifying us from... holy crap, man. From being able to get Fast and Furious. But I guess you never know. Maybe we get lucky. 2 on speed, 2 on wit, 1 on guts, 1 on power, 1 on stam. It saved me the energy and also Tachyon's low. That's maybe some of the best friendship training I think I've ever had. Track laser or otherwise. That's really, really good. Give me the power, because I think that's going to make it easier for us to survive these early career races. I don't see anything that I need to worry about buying ahead of time. Okay. After last run, if I see a fast Scholar's Hat, I'm not buying it. It's a cursed object. I don't want it anywhere near this run. I'll buy it in, like, the last job. Coaching Megaphone is a skip. Grilled Carrot is nice. Artisan Cleat Hammer is nice. Reset Whistle's nice. We take those 3. This is either a Wit or a Rest, and with nobody on Wit, it's a Rest. Although I do wish I could take that power training. If we had a Vita 20, I would take that power training, but first shop did not line up the way that we wanted it to. We'll at least take 70 energy, and then let's go ahead and get our schedule loaded up. 1 on Wit with a hint, 3 on power. That's a power training. It's just too much friendship progress to pass up. 2 on stam, 3 on speed. We'll take the speed. There's no way these trainings can keep up this long. We haven't taken a single training yet that's... Well, let's see how bad this is. Holy cow, it's the chosen run. It's the chosen run. Nothing could possibly go wrong here. I don't think I even need to spend anything. Do I have anything to buy on this? I'm scared now. Still don't have anything to buy. You can't spend clocks. Don't spend clocks. Please don't come in 6th and don't make me spend clocks. That is not 6th. Okay. Wheat Hammer is good. Stam Scroll is good. Mile Straits is not useful. It's Kawakami 2. That's just stats. Wheat Hammer, Stam Scroll. I'll come back for that Guts Ankle Weight depending on what the shop reset looks like, but we can't look at the shop reset first. You're gonna have to make a decision. 1 friend Guts, 2 friends Power, 2 friends Speed. This is still a race, even though it's not a versus. I would rather have the shop coins, I'd rather have the skill points, I'd rather have the junior stakes up with that. I am not rerolling on a 2nd. You're crazy. Just take the 2nd and be glad it's not worse. And then we buy both of those. I don't think I'm going to be able to afford that Guts manual. Well, fine. I'll pick 1 up. It leaves us a little bereft of coins for the shop reset next turn. But I think that's fine. I'd also gamble on an 18 here. It's good friendship progress. If it weren't wit training, I would not. But since it's just a wit training, I think that's fine. Early Miracle Cure pushes me towards running 4 races, maybe even 6 races. 2nd, Grilled Carrot, Speed Ankle 8, Motivating Megaphone. We want to buy everything in the shop except the Smart Scale. So let's get to racing. I think we might be in 6 race territory here. We'll see. It doesn't take a few good shop resets to push me into 6 race territory. Especially with how good our early trainings have been, I don't even really need to progress friendship that much. We're still trying to preserve energy, because if we can make it to the sports high while still having energy, then the Hanshin J... If we can make it to the daily high while still having energy, the sports high and everything beyond it is free. So let's go Power Manual, Reset Whistle, Speed Ankle Weight, Grilled Carrot. Artemis Stakes is a versus, which continues to pull me towards doing 6 in a row here. Okay. That's also a mood up, but it does put us on 0. So at this point, if the daily high isn't a versus race... Oh, never mind, we have energy now. Yeah, we're doing 6 in a row. This run is really good right now. You can't take it. You can't take it. It's 62. If there was a Vita 20 in the shop, I would take that over a race. But you can't do it. Take the verses instead. Even if we get skin condition here, it's fine. We can fix it later. The biggest thing we're looking at avoiding is the after repeated races penalty, after the Tokyo High, and after the Hanshin JF. That's the only thing we don't want to see. That's fine. It doesn't matter. It definitely doesn't matter. Just go back to great. And then give me Miracle Cure, Motivating Megaphone, and we have 3 races to build race coins for Classic Gear. I am interested in the medium, but it's not a versus race, so we take the mile anyway. Sure. First opportunity to dodge after repeated races. She's done it. Wit 20 versus Stam 10, Power 10. I feel like I'm going to need to shore up stamina. With no stamina sparks, I think we need to invest in that. Hot Topic, I don't think matters at this point. Give me a Wit Scroll. And then dodge after repeated races again. Go ahead and Artisan Cleat Hammer this. This is for an epithet, so if we lose it, we will re-roll. It's not a super important epithet, but... I'm taking second. It's a minor epithet. I would rather have the clocks for the Triple Crown if things go off the rails. And then we do hit after repeated races, but we don't hit skin condition. And we fix our mood. So we lose a few stats on that gamble. But all told, I think that's worked out fine for us. The shop resets have been a little bad. If there's one critique to be made... Also, what stats did I lose specifically? Power, Guts, Wit. I'm so okay with that. I think those are the 3 best stats that we could possibly lose. Okay. Okay. Great junior year. I'm not even that mad that we have lost 2 races. Because the friendship trainings have been amazing. That's also a shop reset that I can buy everything in. Because I haven't spent any of my race coins yet from that 6-race stretch. So unless we see a Kale Juice, early January is going to be a rest. And then we'll go late January training, early February race, late February training. And then we'll be into the next batch of our race schedule. Empowering Megaphone, Whip Manual, Skip the Guts Ankle Weight, Artisan Cleat Hammer, Master Cleat Hammer, Power Manual. We won Stamina Ankle Weight just in case I see a good stamina training in summer break. I don't mind having it on me. And then we still have 0 energy recovery items, so if there's another thing that I could complain about, it would be that. We have none Fail Tag, none Vita, none Kale Juice. So this needs to be an organic rest. Good time to hit plus 70. Unyielding Spirit is for miles, so I do not need that. We'll take the stats. That's fine. Rainbow Speed. We can Megaphone. I don't think I can get Kawakami to gold off of the back of 2 grilled carrots, though. So I still don't think I need to use the carrot set. We'll go Motivating Megaphone. It's unfortunate this is going to be on normal. But then we're looking to line up a good training late February as well. Speed to 2 is really nice. Mood to good. Give me a versus race. We'll take the one with more fans. I'm pretty agnostic about these if we're not doing like a CM Ace run. I think even if we did get right-handed or left-handed, it's not like huge difference maker. Here's Etsuko to take us to great. So show me a good training late February. I would love to get some stats out of this. Also, we can go ahead and take Adept here just to unlock it again. I didn't mind that play last time. No rainbow, but we could potentially produce a rainbow this turn. Depending on what the training looks like. 2 on speed, 2 on power, nobody on wit. It's this speed training at 9% to fail. And even if I use the carrots, it doesn't push Shinko Windy to gold. So I'm going to continue holding on to those on the off chance I get Charming from somewhere. That's still the friendship progress and stats that I want out of that training. We get 20 back, and then we do a 3-race stretch here, and we probably rest late April unless we see a Kale Juice from any of these shop resets. None of these are versus, so give me a medium race. That will be a clock. 10th is really bad and gives us no points. So I will clock that one time. Not happy about it, but I'll do it. Hello, Etsuko. Thank you for the stamina. Messing up on incredible wit training. Holy cow, man. That's a 33 stat wit training. And all I'm doing is giving up a versus mile? Oh, man. I wish I hadn't looked at trainings. But if I take this training, it should push Kawakami Princess and Fine Motion to gold when I use the 2 grilled carrots. Assuming I succeed, it's a 12% chance to fail. If I fail this training, I think I'm really disappointed. And if at the end of this run I'm at 1175 wit instead of 1200 wit, I would not feel that bad about it. Which I think are 2 pretty strong signals that I'm supposed to just take a race here. Because I think getting a kale juice out of a shop refresh is better than that training. I didn't even consider the possibility that I could lose that race. Which is, I think, concerning. It means I'm becoming untethered from the real world. It's also a nice time to be on a single energy. Alright, all we want to see here is White Sparks. I don't really care if we go to medium S. Never mind. Oh, okay. That's also 5 hints of Nimble Nav, so let's go ahead and pick that up. This run is absurd. Am I the only person who thinks that this run is actually insane right now? Just, like, phenomenally good. Shop reset says Power Scroll Speed Ankle Weight. Speed Ankle Weight. Vita 20, finally. Another grilled carrot, so I really don't need to worry about training now. We're sitting on 3 grilled carrots. That's going to put most of our supports to gold, no matter what we do. Alright, 308 stam. I think we're in great shape to do the Satsuki show. I think we're in great shape to aim for the Kikuku show in late October. If we need to buy lion weight, we can. But I would expect to be around 400 by that point. Good. We were on literal 1 energy. Let's go buy those Vita 20s and see if we can roll into a wit training late April. Fine Motion is already at gold, but I still want the 20 skill points. I think that top option is just better pretty much every time these days. I can't believe there was a time when I was taking medium or middle option. I don't hate the idea of a glow stick here, but I have 5 turns to make my mind up on it. We're at 122 already. The derby alone is like 40. I think we're gonna get to 200k without the glow stick, so we can skip it. Wit training says there's 2 people there. So I would like to Vita 20 into that. I think it's worth it. Are 3 carrots enough to put Tack out to gold? No. But after this training, maybe it'll be. So give me a Vita 20. Cross your fingers. We are 1 in 4 to fail this. That's okay. That's fine. That's alright. We do not need the sprinter hint. And then we're into NHK Mile Cup. Remember after this race to take top option. Because you will have more than 20 energy for the derby. Good. Okay. There's our kale juice. That's a big component of our summer break plan right now. $10 power versus 10 stam. I'm still a little worried about stamina because I want to get to 800 by the end of this run or so, and I feel like we're only on track for like 650 right now. So let's take stamina out of that. I also want to come back for that empowering megaphone. And then this is Derby Day. There's really no point checking trainings. You would never skip the Derby. We don't have cleat hammers for it, but that's fine. Okay. With every race we win, we save clocks. We're at 190 coming out of the Derby. The Yasuda Kinen, unless we see an incredible training early June, is going to put us at 200. And if we do see an incredible training early June, we just do Takarazuka Kinen late June. That's not incredible. That's not incredible. That's not incredible. Today is Yasuda Kinen Day. It doesn't matter if we get skin condition. Give me one power ankle weight. Well, do this in the right order. Give me empowering megaphone, good luck charm, and then come back and buy these two. I think that's like, that would be our 5th empowering megaphone, so I'm not really in a hurry to buy that. I'd rather go into summer break with coins than spend on empowering megaphone 5 and not be able to buy anything that's good in summer break. Okay. Another hint for target insight. I don't need that empowering megaphone. Nice stats roll though. That's fine. And then we are going to be at risk of after repeated races here, but I want the shop coins. I want to come into summer break with 100 plus in my pocket. You still have no cleat hammers, by the way. I knew that. I was just testing you. Okay. That is a great first half of Classic. It's a flawless first half of Classic, in fact. Except for the one failed whip training. And then just dodge after repeated races. Let's go. That's perfect. Show me very sweet cupcake in the shop. I'll settle for plain cupcake. You already bought one power. No, you didn't. Buy this power ankle weight and then save everything else in case you need to buy a second one. You can get the race manuals after early September if you really decide that you need them. You are fine letting 2 empowering megaphones and a power ankle weight go. That does not matter. 2 friends wit. 1 friend power, 1 friend stamp, 1 friend speed. Fine motion is now in grilled carrot territory. So I think we go like this. Yeah, that puts her to gold. Am I greedy enough to try and fight a 20 into that whip training, though? I think I am. And you might as well cupcake that too, I suppose. Because you have a fail tag on you, and you have kale juice on you. Excellent. So that puts Shinko Windy to gold. This is now nothing, which actually makes it a really good opportunity to rest. That puts us all the way to great, and now I can just take 2 good trainings. Like, we take this speed training to put Tachyon to gold, we empowering megaphone it, we ankle weight it. And then probably take that whip training, because that whip training is also really good. And speed's already at 560. I'm not like super in a crunch to try and train it when we could just preserve energy instead. That is a very good summer break. And I also think we're probably in the realm of looking at good rainbow trainings at this point over not good race options. So like I'm going to take either of these versus races, but if we didn't have a versus race today, there's a part of me that might just take that whip training. We can also go ahead and go whip manual, power manual, artisan cleat hammer, because we didn't spend any ankle weight, so we don't need to buy replacements. I do wish that there was a medium versus race today, but life is just going to have to go on. Okay. Late straights is a good hint. At least we've salvaged something out of doing a mile versus. Single rainbow, single rainbow, single rainbow is not good enough to pull me off of a versus medium. So let's go ahead and take that. And then I'm thinking we might KO juice early October because we're already at great mood. And some subsequent race that we do in the next turns will be able to repair that, but it depends on the quality of the training. If the training's bad, I might just also do an 8-race stretch. We'll see. We can play it by ear. Shop says Guts Manual, Stand Manual. And that's it. There's nothing in there. So that is a small marker that pulls me towards racing more. Because it means shop refreshes. I will try and whistle a training out of this turn. I'm not immediately going to jump into a 8-race stretch because I don't want to hit after repeated races too many times. Okay, we've got something. It's not much. But I guess it's a fine wit training. Would you rather Kale Juice or Good Luck Charm this? Because if you Good Luck Charm it, it'll give you enough energy to get through at least one race, and you could see energy drinks or Vita 20s as a result of the shop refresh. And it saves your Kale Juice for spending energy on trainings. I think there's an argument that I could Good Luck Charm this because I get a free race out of it with no risk of race fatigue. It's not a strong argument, but it is an argument for it. And then before you even look at what's going on in the Kikuku show, do not throw this run away. Pick yourself up Lion Wave. It's too bad it's pretty expensive at this point, but I want the recovery. It's Kikuku show in the sun, so it shouldn't be that hard to finish for us. And we are at 377. The only way we lose this race is if we don't activate Lion Wave. Doesn't matter. One down. By distance over creek. Oh, how the turntables. Oh, how the fortunes reverse. The reverse is fortune, I guess, actually, is what it would be. But now we kind of want to see energy. Speed 20 versus power 10, skill 15. I'll take skill points out of that because I think we're fine on speed right now. We did not see the energy drink that we were hoping to see. So these next two races are going to be at risk of race fatigue, but even if we do get it, we can fix it. And we can't take... Well, we could take a training. We could Kale Juice into a training if we saw a truly good training. But I think the only truly good training I could see at this point is like a double rainbow wit or a double rainbow speed. I don't think anything worse is going to pull me off of racing. Especially with how bad our shop is right now, I actively want the resets and refreshes. That's fine. That doesn't matter. We don't need shifting gears anyway. Give me the good luck charm. Not good enough. Give me the Miles Championship. I will try and reroll you one time because we're doing pretty good on clocks right now. Otherwise, I would let that slide and just give up on that epithet. There we go. We've made it through almost every hard race. The only one that we're legitimately concerned about right now is the Spring Tenno. Everything else we're just going to lose to randomly getting blocked, and we can't control that anyway. Skin Outbreak doesn't matter. We're only doing one more race, and then I can fix it. That energy, unfortunately, also doesn't matter. None of those trainings are good enough to be worth skipping a G3 medium versus. So let's take that. This is going to crater our mood a little bit. But we have a shop refresh coming up. We'll just hope to see a very sweet cupcake in there. Or Etsuko after the Arima Keenan. also work. Unfortunate, losing speed stam guts is also pretty bad. But these are the costs you pay. We'll go ahead and Miracle Cure that, because we can't get Skin Condition after the Arima anyway. We also really did not get the shop refreshes we were looking for. I think we got 2 scrolls and a fail tag. So the only thing we really got out of doing that 5 race stretch was extra race coins and some skill points. I wouldn't necessarily call that worth it. But there was no way to know what we were going to get until we did it. And also there's Etsuko to fix us back to normal. Still want to see a Berry Sweet Cupcake here, because then I can Berry Sweet Cupcake into Kale Juice, and I can just train on good for a turn. But let's see if the game wants to cooperate with that idea. Doesn't matter if we get Pace Chaser or not, and in fact you can't steal any energy from us. That's a nice time for that to show up. Manuals, Cleat Hammer, and nothing else. Hey, we have 500 coins. Buy the Wit Train. Actually, are you at Wit Training 5 already? No, you're only at 3. Buy the Wit Training. I think that's actually a fine time to buy Wit, because we know we're going to be training it a few more times this run. We do not need Motivating Megaphones. I'm pretty sure we still have 2 or 3 Empowering. Maybe more. Yeah, we have 3 Empowering still, so we're fine on that front. Single rainbow, single rainbow. I don't want to take any of these trainings, is the thing. But I guess I would Kale Juice into a speed training. I don't love doing it. You could just take an organic rest here. You could also take an organic recreate here and hope that you hit energy, because that fixes your mood since you didn't see cupcakes. And if you hit energy, you're safe to race for at least 1 turn. The only way it goes bad is if you hit karaoke and then you don't hit claw machine after that. But I think I'm okay with those odds. Approximately, okay, that's exactly as good as that could have gone. There is no statistical way that could have gone better. No wonder we haven't seen a Scholar's Hat this run. Okay. So that's big win secured. Let's see if we can bring home even more. No gold plushies. We'll just go take a Mayano if you don't mind. Okay. Golds, 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 golds. I'll go for the far gold. Gold. Okay, that's huge crane game win. So straightaway recovery, mood up. Not that we need it. No, we do need. No, we don't need it. No, we do need it. We get everything out of this. We go to great. We get extra energy back. We get a hint. Incredible. Give me center stage. And now I think we're just waiting for Firm Course Menace to show up. Single rainbow, single rainbow. Neither of those are better than a race. The American JCC is not a versus race today, but it is a country name, and we're still live for the epithet. So we'll take that anyway. Could still be a shop refresh, and it's still 100 coins, and it's still skill points. We want all of those things. Another hint for right-handed. I actually think right-handed is maxed now, so we could probably go and buy that if we wanted to. That's fine. Yeah, let's just go ahead and pick that up now. I see 0 good training, so let's go take a versus race again. We have 1 medium option. I'm fine with that. Okay. Actively looking for a turn that we could train on in the next 2 turns, I would say, before the Osaka High. We'll see if we can scrounge something up. Wouldn't mind taking plus 20 energy here. Well, Again, I wish that we were able to see what our trainings were this turn before we could see the event, because if it's a wit training, energy plus 20 just lets us go directly into a wit training. And if it's a good training but it's not a wit training, then I'm going to drink a kale juice and plus 20 energy doesn't matter anyway. So I'm going to play it on the safe side and just take the stats while losing the energy. Because if it's a good wit training, I could still kale juice into it, and also it's a good speed training. So I think that gamble is paid off for us quite well. We are unfortunately going to have to take this in normal mood. I would rather kale juice into it and have a little bit of energy to work with for the next few races. But I think it's also worth speed ankle weighting because it's a double rainbow. And then here's Firm Force Menace. So that's all of our golds done. We've done everything that we want to do there. Single rainbow I don't think is going to be as good as a versus. Especially not a medium versus, so let's go ahead and take the Kinko show. And then after this we have Osaka High. Would love to see Etsuko here. Even just going to good would make me feel a lot better about training. Not yet. He still has an opportunity to show up after the Osaka High, though. Give me Artisan Cleathammer Guts Manual. Really don't like how many coins we have right now, but I can't do anything about it at the same time. We just need to keep racing and hope that we hit like a god reset. Another kale juice, and maybe an empowering megaphone, and then like 2 ankle weights and a Vita 65 or something. Or a fail tag. That's pretty close to what we asked for, to be fair. It's definitely over 100 coins, so we're net negative off of that race, which is nice. We can still hit turf here as well. If we really wanted to complete the trifecta. Now I'll just hit medium for a 3rd time, and then max Shadow Break, I think. Hand Cream, Wit Manual, Power Manual, Vita 40, Speed Weight, Wit Training again, Speed Scroll, Speed Ankle Weight, Empowering Megaphone. Let's put a dent in things. That also puts Wit to 5, so we have Colossal Wit Trainings now if we want them. Do we have Colossal Speed Trainings if we want them? That's 9 to fail. Have you ever seen a man this greedy before? Nope. Bet not. It's actually not even that crazy of a play. I'm sure there's people who take higher trainings than that. So this is Spring Tenno, and I don't have extra recoveries I can get. I can get Glittering Star. Tail Held High can get cheaper. Late Straights can get cheaper. Fast and Furious can get cheaper by virtue of Position Pilfer. You know what? Straightaway Recovery can't get cheaper, so take that. And then also... So here's the thing. Normally you don't want to buy unique skills for team trials because they're overcosted. The cost of a base unique inherited skill is 200. The most expensive white skill is only 180. So if you're looking at like, you know, straightaway adept for 170 because it's 10% off, or 162 or whatever because it's 10% off, and you're like, man, this is an expensive skill. Pretty much every unique skill is worse than that because even if they do trigger on every single track, they're still more expensive. But Shadow Break specifically at 4 hints is not that bad, because it does trigger quite consistently. You're generally passing on the outside on the final corner when you are a late surger, and also because it's or later, it looks into the future into late race, so it always happens. If you don't pass anybody in late race, you're dead anyway. So I don't think it's horrible to grab here, and it's also not getting cheaper, so I'm still going to pick it up. On the other hand, moving past and beyond can blank itself completely. It's possible to be on a track where this just doesn't work, and also if you rush ever, it won't work. So there's no question that I'm going to buy moving past and beyond here. It is not nearly as good as Shadow Break for team trials specifically. And then we've done everything we can to have the stamina to run the Spring Tenno. It is firm. It's not rainy. We have a gold recovery. We have 2 white recoveries. And we have 490 stamina. We should be fine. We are fine. Now we can relax a little bit. We can focus on capping speed, capping power, and maybe getting wit over 1,000, and also making sure we get stamina to around 800. Start to fix the few remaining problems with this run. We do need a lot of stamina still. Go ahead and give me these. Today's Victoria Mile Day. I should be out. No, I have one more Cleat Hammer. Late May is going to be our rest turn. Unless we see a Kale Juice after the shop reset, which would be stellar. I'll reroll that one time. I've got clocks burning a hole in my pocket. There we go. No Etsuko's a bummer, though. Power Scroll's nice, at least. Like, Surge is okay. Give me that. So this I would like to be training day, but none of these trainings are good, and I have none whistles. We do have a versus race, though. Do I want to do 5 races into summer break, knowing that my energy management is only Vita 40 and a good luck charm? I actually don't hate it. This is 2 chances to pick up after repeated races, but we have a skin cream on us, so we can at least fix skin condition. This is also a chance for shop resets, specifically to get our hands on a Kale Juice, so that we have an energy management plan for summer break. And it's also just more skill points. That's okay. Neither of those are very good. Let's go ahead and take... Just don't need any of it. Go ahead and take the Asadakinen again. I'll spend a clock on that too. But I'm going to save this last clock for, like, a meaningful G1. Okay. I'm okay if we spend all our clocks, as long as we win all of our G1s. If I have to spend every clock to do it, that's fine. But if I spend every clock and I still lose a G1, that's when it's a problem. Also, great shop reset. Exactly the shop reset we're looking for by running this many races. Although losing speed stamp power is a pretty significant bummer. Master Cleat Hammer, Gut Scroll, Wit Manual, Good Luck Charm. With the coin budget we have right now, give me a second power ankle weight as well. Technically, I could have bought the one that's on sale to be more cost effective, but let's be honest, we have 429 coins right now, it's not really going to matter. Probably going to end this run with like 200 still. We could see a Scholar's Head and a shop reset and just buy it straight up and still be able to afford other things. Now, we're really hoping that we see a berry cupcake in the summer break shop, because our mood is a bit of a catastrophe right now. But everything else we can kind of fix. It's fine, doesn't matter. Guts Manual, Vita 20, no berry sweet cupcake. That's a little rough. Go ahead and give me Empowering Megaphone 5. We'll save these Guts ankle weights in case we need them. That's not a great wit training. None of these trainings look that great. I'm a little incentivized to rest and recreate here to A, fix mood, and B, get rid of skin condition for free. And then that's a significantly better wit training, so give me an Empowering Megaphone into that. I really wish we had more cupcakes this run. So we're costing ourselves quite a few stats by training on bad mood here. It's also a really nice power training. This is what we have power ankle weights for. Helps build our stamina up a little bit as well. I'd love to see a triple rainbow speed if that's not too much to ask. So close. And no whistle. I probably need to take that speed training anyway, if we want any shot of capping speed this run. Let's go ahead and do that. It's only 31 stats, but it's better than nothing. None of those are worth taking. Give me a race. Still looking to get shop resets. I would love to get a third fail tag so that I don't need to worry about energy management into the finals. Or just so I can take a good training if I happen to be on 0 energy in like early December. We'll see if we can manifest such a thing. I'd love to see Etsuko to save me a cupcake. There's our fail tag. Also Artisan Cleat Hammer out of that. We also get a free mood up in early October, I'm remembering. Go ahead and unlock Corner Adept because I don't have it yet. Artisan Cleat Hammer, Good Luck Charm. With the race coins you have, pick up a Guts ankle weight too in case you see a good Guts training. Go ahead and take a medium versus. I see no rainbow training, so they can't possibly be good. Better than a race anyway. Okay. Still no Etsuko. Few speed manuals. Energy Drink Max might end up being relevant here. Master Cleat Hammer. Give me a power training application just because we're so over budget right now. So we saw one cupcake this run. And that's with a pretty aggressive race schedule. Here's Etsuko, but not in the way that we really wanted to see her. I think I'll actually, because we are so rich right now, you actually could have bought an Empowering Megaphone into that. You maybe, well, no, now you're getting a little crazy, because if you see a good shop reset here, you're going to be broke for it. But I think I would be willing to Motivating Megaphone Speed Ankle Weight and Fail Tag into this training. Because I'm not going to have a ton of other opportunities to use those up, and then I can Vita 20 into the Autumn Tenno. And then find energy here later. Not sure where. This takes us to normal, at least. Single rainbow, double rainbow wit, I don't think is good enough to pull me off of a G1. Would be good enough to pull me off of a G2 or a G3. But the Autumn Tenno is part of the Fall Triple Crown, which we're still live for, and it's also part of the Spring and Fall Triple Crown epithets, which we're also still live for. So this is a fairly important race for us to run. I would maybe skip the QE2 cup. Also, you didn't use an energy drink for that. You just sent it on 0 energy. Are you going to pay for it? Yep. Son of a... You don't need the Kale Juice. Grab the Good Luck Charm. Grab a second power ankle weight in case you need it. Oh, that's preventable. It is very, very preventable. No rainbow trainings though, so here's the deal that we'll make with ourselves. We correctly used the energy drink for the Autumn Tenno. And then we ran the QE2 on 0 energy, and we got race fatigue. Is what happened. If anybody asks. Let's make sure we all have our story straight. Going to be very important that we all have those details correct if anybody asks questions. Replacement fail tag. You don't need the Vita 20. Your plan right now is just 3 fail tags, and you can Vita 20 plus Vita 40 a training early December if you need to. So Good Luck Charm, and that's it. We're doing fine on coin management. I have to take the Japan Cup over that speed training for epithet purposes. Which is unfortunate, because it is pretty good. Stamina's going to wind up around 700, which I think should be fine, given that we have 2 white recoveries and then 1 gold recovery. They're just not the most consistent recoveries in the world, so if Straightaway Acceleration activates too early, and Radiant Star activates too late, that's when we get into problems. But outside of that, I think we're fine. Single rainbow versus single rainbow. Or you could recreate this turn and try to build mood up for final trainings. I think that's probably more valuable. And here we want to hit karaoke explicitly. I'll take it. The energy really doesn't matter, unfortunately. And then single rainbow, that's just going to be a Rimakina. Oh, it kind of fell apart at the end a little bit there, but this is still going to be a very good result. We're going to get speed probably to 1100. We're going to get power over 1000. We're going to get to like 800. Stamina is going to be good enough. That's actually a huge Etsuko. Monumental Etsuko arrival after the Arimakinen. Also nailing stamina off those last few. And then, show me 3 cleat hammers. I'll settle for 2. Manuals are alright. Nothing else in here we need. 3 big trainings, please. Not that big, but we'll still take it. I think I can do better than this training, so I'm going to hold the speed ankle weight. I think I can see a better speed training than this. I'll just take the 28 plus 5 stats. The 32 stats. Brings you to an even 1000. We still want to see one more big speed training at the end of this. I want 1 big speed training, 1 big wit training. Would be my ideal final 2 trainings. Okay. It's still not really what I'm talking about, but I'm running out of opportunities to get good speed training, so let's go ahead and ankle weight this. And if we see a better speed training next turn, then, you know, that's life, I guess. That's just how it be sometimes. But that'll push speed to 1100 and it'll push power to 1000. Master Cleat Hammer. Okay. Good. Decent power training. Not what I was expecting. So that's 30 stats. This is 29 stats, but I have power ankle weights, which means this is probably the better training to take just to get raw numbers out of it. It doesn't really do anything meaningful for our stat line. We were going to get power to 1000 anyway. We were going to get speed to 1100 anyway. This would push wit to like 800, but I don't think that's super important. Especially when getting more stamina at this point means more consistency in the face of poorly timed skill activations. And then you have no cleat hammers left. So this is just as is. The stat line is fairly low. It's not an amazing stat line. She is pushing almost 1 million fans though, which is pretty wild. Let's see how the skills wind up. We got all the golds that we were looking for. Wit 776 could be so much better. A lot of these stats could be so much better. Our training's kind of imploded during summer break year 2. We did not get as much as we were looking for. Corner adept and straightaway adept are super expensive. Let's come back to those. Let's buy cheap stuff first. Go with the flow, it's nice and cheap. Fast and Furious, kind of cheap. Radiant Star, pretty cheap. Fearless, pretty expensive. Tail held high, super cheap. Late straight, super cheap. Hawkeye, pretty cheap. Like Surge pretty cheap, and then I've got 127 to spend still. Medium Straights isn't looking that bad. Medium Straights is probably your best option. Let's go ahead and grab that. Ready to go. Here you are. Looks like we're still a little short on skill points, but all told, I think that's probably a better runner than Grass. I'm gonna have to look. The wit is the biggest problem. Wit 776 is fairly low. At least for a Trackblazer runner and a Team Trials runner. I don't remember what Grass is. Also, that was level 2 Trackblazer, as a reminder. It's 4 bars completed. Look at all them clocks. You can now do level 3. Your wit's only 645. Never mind, you're way worse than I thought. This Satono Diamond has low wit, and she's still better than you are. So we are going to lose a bit of score here, and we're going to rank down, which does hurt our Team Trials points income, but I still think the Satono Diamond is a better runner than Grass Wonder is, and the amount of points that she will earn us with a higher wit score is going to offset the fact that we're going to be getting less score from getting matched against lower rank runners in Team Trials. But let's see if that's actually true, and start throwing some runners in here. So we'll pull up the tracker, which actually, I forgot that I updated my computer. It's not even open right now. Give me 1 second. There it is. We're going to get rid of Haru. Oh, I didn't save this. My computer reset and I forgot to save. This is the old version. Let me go pull up the last video and I'll update this quick. Okay, it's repaired. And now we can do what I wanted to do, which is snip Grass Wonder off of here, now that she has been replaced by Satono Diamond. So, also let's go ahead and save this. There we go. Always good to be able to check your previous records. But let's go see how Satono Diamond does. There's a lot that could be improved on her, but she might just be good enough. 765 is a decent score. We do not need to worry about retention line right now. We are well above retention line. But I do want to see if these scores are comparable. That's a pretty good indication that she's good. Winning ticket to 9. Satono Diamond to 1. El Condor Passat to 19. Auction to -1. No, -3. Because you lost. Sorry. Tamamo to -5. Mayano to 0. Mayano is going to be in the negatives before too long, which is good because she's still in the default outfit, and that bothers me. Go do round 2. $691, not very good. But Satono Diamond's in the top again. Satono Diamond to 2, Air Groove to 7. And Taiki to 9. Down at the bottom is Mayano to -1, predictably. Tamamo to -6. Nishino to -9. They have an A rank Haru. I see blood in the water. Could not possibly be me. 724 is not that good. I guess their other runners were a little better. Digital to 4. Nishino back to -8. Tachyon to 6. Satono Diamond still in the top half. Auction to -4. Air Groove to 6. Mayano to -2. Mayano having a very bad day. Round 4. It's going to be Mayano on the bottom again. I see her down there in 12th place. Special week to 23. Tamamo to -7. Satono Diamond to 3. Mayano to -3. Winning ticket to 8. Air Groove to 5. And then last round, just for fun, I'll go ahead and parfait this one so it gives us a pretty decent indicator of which of our runners are good when mood is held equal at least. $300 support points. Digital to 5. Creek to 4. Tachyon to 7. Satono Diamond again, top half. Nishino Flower back to -9. Cross down to -8. King Halo down to -8. So, if we do a little bit of rearranging, we wind up with something like this, where winning ticket has actually fallen out of our top 3 for Team Trials runners, though Special Week and El Condor Pasa continue to battle it out as the 2 best Team Trials runners we have. And also at the bottom, our rebuilds are fairly firmed up as well at this point, where we're probably going to be doing 3 more of them. It's going to be Tamamo, King Halo, Nishino Flower, and then I'm probably going to reset this entire list again, and it's going to be Mayano and Sakura Bakshino at the bottom. But we'll get to that in due time. The other note is that Satono Diamond has been top 3 in 3 of her first 5 races, and not only that, she's been top 5 in all of them. Which probably means we can go ahead and promote her to being the medium ace. Mayano has really fallen off lately, and I think we're going to be able to get more points overall if we put one of our strongest medium runners into that medium ace slot. So just giving a quick skim, L does perform well, but Agnes Digital is also very strong, and I think longer term she's going to erode all of the wins that L currently has. Special Week is unquestionably one of our strongest team trial runners overall, let alone long team trials runners. Goldship does fine in the mile slot. You can make an argument for winning ticket being there as well, but I would hope that our eventual Nishino rebuild is actually what pushes her to the top of that pile. And then Air Groove does all right for herself in the sprint category because she's really not competing against the other 2 runners. They are not particularly good or even in like the same neighborhood that she is in terms of ability. So that's how Team Trials is looking. Let's go ahead and wrap up the rest of our dailies, and then I'll go ahead and send you on your way. We have Suzuka star pieces to unlock. Slowly, one at a time, we continue to get them. You should just have Nishino do it. That digital is scary, but I don't want her to get blocked. A Pace Chaser does not have the same problem. Go ahead and give me a gold chip star piece, winning ticket star piece, alarm clock. Dirt Shoes Champions Cup I do not feel an immediate need for. And then we'll also go ahead and take care of our daily races. We'll keep farming support points. We can level up support cards next time we pull on them. This is again a very appropriate task for Nishino to take on. Nice consistent Pace Chaser. And then our... oh, this is our last daily shop. I thought we had done them all already. Even still. Go ahead and buy what we need out of here. Definitely don't need mile shoes or a dirt track banner. And then I believe that's it. There's not anything else going on. You can go ahead and check in on Club. There it is. We can set up a donation. There it is. There is a new... there's 2 new lobby conversations that we can add to the archive to keep working on carrots from that. And we'll grab our daily rewards, and that'll do it. As always, if you're enjoying the Uma series, do make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Those are metrics that I really do use to keep an eye on what people enjoy watching and what I want to make next. And if you have any questions about today's run, you want to talk about your own CM lobbies, or you want to share tips on building Team Trials runners, let me know down in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. If you're looking for a fine motion borrow or you want to start working on your own long team trials runners, the account information is here for you to add if you so choose. It is not expected, but it is always appreciated if you choose to. Till then, though, that's all I've got. I'll see you guys next time. Enjoy the rest of your day.